Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you try and analyze, because obviously you've been grafting for a long time, like on the World Cup circuit. If you try and analyze, so coming even rewinding all the way back to the off season, what actually? I don't know if you've thought about it, but what actually has changed this year? Like, what is it that you've ticked off in your brain that's like, got this
I don't
angle going
know.
on the
It's hard to
graph?
say. Like, is it anything? Like,
Yeah,
maybe just this year was better. Like, people ask, like, oh, what changed? And I could say this, and I'll give you some reasons. But maybe nothing in a way.
yeah,
Maybe you were just more confident. But I think everything helps. I definitely experienced, like, when it was early days, it was me and my mum. We didn't know tyre pressures. We didn't know you had to do suspension setup. We didn't. Honestly, when I first started World Cups, I probably had 35 psi in each tyre, and I'd got the suspension out the box. Like that was
Yeah.
it. So like years of learning and realizing, like I always thought I should ride a small bike because I thought small bikes were better for whips. That was honestly the only reason in my head. I don't know if they were or weren't, but I didn't ride a big bike, and no one told me any different. So I think years of getting better at that. I got a new trainer, Jarrett Kolic. Kolic? I don't even know how you say his name still. Sorry, mate. But Lucas trainer, and having that, like even he says, obviously if you train, you get fitter, stronger, more balanced, all these things. But not more than anything, but a huge part of it in your head is you think you've trained really good. Like you
Yeah.
believe you've trained, so you turn up to the race being like, I am fit, I am good,
yeah.
and you kill it. And then Conti, new tyres as well. I honestly think they've been amazing for us, and all of that has like kind of bred into this like good thing and like confidence and positivity, but not like false positivity for the sake of positivity, but really been like, oh, you got a good vibe. The school bus, dude. I honestly think
Yeah, yeah.
even the school bus has been
Yeah.
sick. Like people have been so nice to myself, the team, everyone around, and the vibe of it. And having Jenna, the new girl, people are stoked on her. Stoked we've got her. The bus, like, yeah, I think everything like positivity.
It's
breeds
interesting.
positivity.
Yeah, so it's
That
almost
whole like look good, feel good, ride good.
Dude, 100%. Yeah, look good, feel good, ride good, and yeah, that again. It was kind of hard at one point, like Leo Gang when I crashed, and I was like, God, I feel good this week. Why have I kind of thrown this away? But just regroup, and you're like, right, I know we're going good, and just
yeah. So it's amazing how much you put down to really things that are like mindset based. It's like in your own, without it sounding stupid, it is actually inside your brain. Nothing is.
think-
You've been fast all these years, and then in your brain, the build up, everything from preparation, from
yeah, it's all. It definitely, I am fit. Like I'll get to a race now. I was talking to George Brannigan about this, and I'll like be excited for a pedal at the end, or I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna hammer this so hard, and I know. Like at Fort William when I qualified good, I was so excited for the sprint in finals. I was like, I'm gonna try and win the motorway because I genuinely felt that fit and strong there, and then I snapped my chain device halfway down and jammed the cranks. But otherwise, yeah, I think fitness has got to be a huge part of it. But for being fit and because it helps your mindset,
yeah.
you're like, oh, we're good to go.
It's
you
like
know?
a tick list. You've
Yeah.
ticked it off. You don't worry about not being fit.
Don't,
It's like that.
yeah.
It's like I am fit.
Now worry
you don't
about my
have
line.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to think I'm the fittest. Even you can just think I know I am as fit.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
good to go.
as I can be almost. I guess maybe.
You said you talked about just getting a new trainer as well. Is this the first year that you've had your own trainer? I don't, how's that played out for you over the years?
No, I thought about this. I had one a few years ago, same as Eddie and George then, and I won King of Crankworks that year, and I think got my first podium that year. I had a trainer. Had it
Okay.
the year after, I think. Got,
Maybe keep one.
So I have, yeah, maybe it is the training. So I have had one before and done really well, and then just kind of tried to do my own thing because you do learn so much. You're like, this year's been super different the way I've trained, but otherwise, from the old training program I had with him, I could pretty much do the same one on my own. So I'm like, why am I paying this guy? But it does take another thing off your plate. You don't really have to worry. You open your phone or your calendar and you're like, right, today it says this, just do this. So it's one less thing to think about even in the off season, I guess. So you bang out, maybe I rode better at downhill in the afternoon because I didn't have to worry about that in the morning or the next day. Like,
Yeah.
hard to put your finger on it, but I think, yeah, it's all got to help for sure. And being
How did
definitely
you-
a new trainer helped there. It's pretty different.
How did you go about picking that guy? Was it just because he's in California and you
I
go,
know
well,
him,
like, go to
like, yeah.
California?
No, not really counting. It cost me a lot of
Bit.
money, if I'm honest. Like Elliot's Jackson's old friend. He used to race like UCI BMX, Supercross and stuff. So he's a good rider. Studied a lot at university. Just a cool guy. And then I've known him through the years. And he was at Snowshoe last year with Luca. And I saw
Right.
Luca doing good all year. And I think I was just talking to him about some stuff. I saw him in practice. I went up on the chairlift with Luca. I remember it really well. And he'd like ran out the woods to shout at Luca about a line. Like, hey, mate, that was good, but I think that one's better that you were on it this morning. I was like, wow, he's really invested in this and like hyped on it. And I remember thinking, I got home and I went for a pedal up a hill near here. And I remember cycling out with headphones on, like, I think I'm going to call him, like, it's going to cost me a lot of money, but like, I think it'll be cool. I think it will make me feel cool in a weird way that I've got this Californian trainer, like, oh man, I'm going all in. I'm going to see how much it's going to cost me. And like, because I'd like almost done good at the end, but not really. I was like, I'm going to go all in on this, and maybe I could actually do really good. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to invest, find this guy, and maybe I'll travel to California. It'll be all sick. I'll come back with some forwards. Like, I thought I'd feel like a pretty like superstar cool guy, and it would get me really fit as well. And I guess it really did. Honestly, it did work out, and he's been amazing. And he's like super good. Like, he'll check in on me, or he'll change this if I'm like, mate, I'm not feeling this week, or like I've got to travel now because we've got to go to a race early or late. Like, yeah. So takes one thing off to think about, and
yeah, definitely. What does like a normal week look like in season? Because I think people will be stoked to try and learn what it is that you've been doing, and like, what does the workouts look like? What does riding look like?
It changes like a lot week to week. Like,
did you enjoy this clip? If so, please like and subscribe. The full episode is available by hitting one of the links on the screen right now, or type the Ride Companion into your favourite podcast app. We've even put links in the show description for you. Cheers!